Hello everyone and welcome back to The Sims 3 Warrior Cats, and we are here with Mossleaf, who has just returned to her new territory after going on a grand adventure. So she's been gone for quite a little while, going on a huge adventure to try to figure out what StarClan wants from her now. As you guys know, poor Mossleaf here ended up being separated from her old clan during a blizzard last leaf bare, which would be winter, and she got very sick and almost died. And Willow, the plant spirit who stays in this land and is kind of like part of this area that Mossleaf is considering making her own territory, helped Mossleaf survive and gave Mossleaf a little bit of her forest magic to make that happen, which is why Mossleaf has those little patches of green. And it ended up getting Mossleaf sent out of her clan because they just didn't know what to do with that. They didn't know how to cope with the fact that Mossleaf had these new abilities and these new skills, and she just, she was messed with by a forest spirit, so they gently pushed her out on her way. And Mossleaf has been traveling to try to figure out what StarClan wants from her now. She had been on the path to become a medicine cat, and she now probably won't be able to be a medicine cat. There we go. We'll let her just scratch at this rock for a second, because it's a pretty good scratching rock if you ask me. And so she went to the waterfall, which you guys had so many amazing names for. And she went to that waterfall in order to try to get some sort of message, a whisper even, of what she should do next. Like, should she try going back to her clan? Should she try to continue to become a medicine cat? Should she try just to join a new clan? Should she make a clan of her own? Should she just go and live with the rogues? Should she even give up everything and become a kitty pet? So she was really kind of having a crisis. So Mossleaf went over to the waterfall, which we have actually renamed, and I actually came up with the name thanks to you guys, and I love it. It's going to be the Whisper of Stars Falls, which sounds like a huge mouthful, but this is the Whisper of the Stars Falls, which is where you can kind of hear whispers or get messages from StarClan, but we're going to call it the Star Falls just as a shorthand because the cats don't normally use huge names like that. And it is the place where right over here, right under this rock, between all of this clover, the cats will come when they become deputy to leader, or when the leaders need to have some time to try to talk to StarClan, or if the medicine cats need a dream from StarClan. This is where they will come in order to sleep right here, and usually there's some spawners hidden here with rare gems. So if they come over and they find a rare gem, they can bring it back to their clan, and that can help their clan out quite a bit with just strength to StarClan, or maybe it'll be a piece of a prophecy and things like that. So we came over here hopefully looking for a rare gem that we could bring home and kind of have that as our conduit to StarClan and as a message from StarClan over what Mossleaf should do, and we didn't find anything. Poor Mossleaf went all the way over there, and that's a big journey for a small cat. That's a huge journey. She went all the way over there hoping for a message from StarClan and didn't find anything, but we did have an interesting dream where she had 2 deer show up while she was sleeping there, and that definitely is going to play into a prophecy that we'll talk about for her clan in the future, and that's also something you guys came up with. Very exciting. But she did manage to find a topaz, so a little blue topaz, and she brought it home, and now it is kind of a message to her, and we'll let her go ahead and just shred this rock for a second. But this is going to be what will make her feel comfortable and officially going, okay, we're going to start making this my clan territory, and we're going to see if we can get some other cats and just start a new clan. And now we have to see if she can find some other cats to get along with. And we are going to add in the top 3 cats that you guys voted on yesterday. And I'm super excited to introduce you guys to them in just a second. But before we did that, I wanted to be able to show off to you guys the new little den. So we have reorganized the clan territory a little bit. There's so many trees it can be hard to tell. The main sleeping area is over here. Our fresh kill pile, which still has a couple things to eat, is over here. And I kind of moved where the dirt place was so that the cats don't really have to worry about being super close to the dirt place. But I moved it sort of way back here because I thought that would be a better spot for it. All right, you can do it again. Go for it, Mossleaf. Go for it. All right. And where Mossleaf is actually going to be the new medicine cat den. So the medicine cat grotto, where we will keep all of the treasures and all of the items that are going to be super important for the medicine cats to have. Because Mossleaf did find, and she knew that these were important things because of her experience as a medicine cat, she did manage to find some really cool things. Because we found a blowfish, a perfect quality blowfish, a extraordinarily unusual plasma bug, and we caught a rat, as well as several feathers, which we've actually used to decorate this area. And then we've used to decorate kind of over here. Oh, I think Willow may have accidentally picked him up. Dang it, Willow. So we'll have to keep Willow from cleaning up our feathers. But she found those items too. So now we're going to say that the blowfish can be used for poison. Like if a kit or a cat ate something that has a poisonous plant substance to it. Or, oh, what's going on here? What's going on here? Who knows? Oh, she destroyed that rock! Look at how cool that is! She's totally scratched up that rock. That is awesome! I actually really like that. So yeah, Mossleaf has now destroyed that rock. We're going to go ahead and let her groom herself again really quickly. But she has turned this into the little medicine cat area. So this is where we are going to have the spots where we can put everything in. And I'm still writing up a huge list. I actually have a list, you guys, of things that we are going to use for all of the different diseases that appear in the Warrior Cat series, which I'm getting ready to reread and read some of the new books I've never read before. And of course, the rodents. Mouse bile is used if you happen to have ticks. So we're going to say if you have just a common rodent like this, then you can give it to Willow so they can put it in their bags, present it to Willow, and then Willow will be able to wash the cats and give them a bath, a flea bath, so that they don't have fleas anymore. And that'll be kind of the trade-off of like using the mouse bile to get rid of fleas. So I'm really excited about that. And yeah, Mossleaf also gathered up the blowfish, which I think could be used for poison. So if a cat gets bitten by a venomous snake, we can use this to counteract the effect of the poison. And there's also the plasma bug, and plasma is very important in your blood. Your blood plasma is super important. So I'm going to say that this is super useful for a cat who has been critically injured and has lost a lot of blood or lost a really bad fight, like they got in a fight with one of the wolves, or they got hit by a car, or they got in a fight with one of the dogs or another cat and they were severely injured, then the plasma bug would be great to restore their energy, restore their blood that way. So that is what little Mossleaf has been working on. She's come back and she just can kind of sense that things are different here, and she's beginning to sense that this just might be territory that she wants to bring other cats to. She's got a very generous heart, and so she wants to start bringing some other cats here. And she met some of the rogues, and I'm going to say some of the rogues got curious enough about her and her talk about maybe having a clan of their own, since none of them had clans, and they got a little bit curious about how she was talking about this wonderful place she found where there's a nice forest spirit and plenty of prey, abundant prey, and all sorts of things like that. So I'm going to go and get the top 3 cats you guys voted on in the straw poll yesterday and present them onto the lot, and then we are going to see how Mossleaf and those cats get along. So 1 second, you guys. All right, and here they are, you guys. So the 3 cats that you guys have voted on with over 1,000 combined votes are Lion Son. So our very handsome Lion Son, here he is, big and fluffy. He's very big and very fluffy. Right here, Dawn Step, who's right over here, and then Honey Wish, who should be right behind us. I think we're right on top of her. There we go. And then Honey Wish. So that's the 3 cats you guys have picked. They're all actually orange cats, which is very interesting. But we have Lion Son, Dawn Step, and Honey Wish. And they got a little bit curious after meeting Mossleaf and hearing her talk about all the territory, like I just said. And so Lion Son actually had the idea of coming up and seeing just the heck what was going on up here. Wanted to really figure it out. And he's a pretty bold little cat there. So Honey Wish and Dawn Step decided to follow him. And here they are now. So they are here at the edge of Mossleaf's territory, which, by the way, she has not finished defending, because one cat going around to scratch all the boundary trees is actually a lot of work, because there's several boundary trees, several of which she hasn't even touched yet, including there's one somewhere over here. Yep, that she's not even touched yet. She hasn't managed to renew the boundary. I will be keeping notes. Here's another boundary tree. And then there's one more boundary tree over here and one more over here. And you just have to keep all of your boundary trees nice and active. And I haven't been able to do that with her yet. So we still may have stray dogs, stray cats, and stray other animals wander on by, which means they would have to pick a fight with them. So it might be very, very easy now to keep up on that, though, if we manage to have some friends. So let's bring Mossleaf over here. We're going to have her run over, and we're going to see just what these cats want with us. So we're going to see how they adjust to being here. It seems like first off, they really like the area. So beautiful vista. So they're all responding to the area like with excitement. So let's go ahead and look at their personalities really quickly. We don't know if these are going to officially be members of the Moss clan, and we are going to name it the Moss clan after Mossleaf, but we do know they're going to be the first ones to have the opportunity. And there's some other cats like Silverfang who almost won the poll. Silverfang was only 11 votes behind. So if you guys think your likes and your votes don't matter, 11 votes could be the difference between like having an episode tomorrow or having to wait a day. It could be the difference between having one episode or 2 episodes. It could be the difference between Silverfang or Lion's Son ending up as Mossleaf's mate. So there you go. Every vote counts. And when you have Lion's Son, what I thought was really cool about Lion's Son, as soon as we put him down here, look at this. He wants to get to know everybody. He wants to sniff pretty much every single cat he's met. And he actually met a ton of the cats while he was over on that farm. So he's actually like noticed a whole bunch of cats. And I think that bodes very well if we needed somebody as a leader or a deputy. So Lion's Son's already very curious about all the other cats. Apparently he's got a really great relationship already with Honeywish. Harebelly, he has a good relationship with. Fern Creek, he has a good relationship with. Quail Eye, Briarstalk, Thistlefish, Dogaze, Trout Shadow, Dawn Step, and even Mossleaf. He's got an okay relationship already with Mossleaf, and he wants to pretty much sniff everybody. Let's see if he wants to sniff anybody who happens to be here. He wants to sniff Owlfang, Branchpelt, Harebelly, Sniff Marie, anybody here, Goose Dust. Look at how curious he is. Briarstalk. So none of those cats are here. So we're just going to go ahead. Any cat that's not here, we'll clear that out of the way. But you guys can remember, he even included Branchpelt and Silverfang, who are 2 other males. So he pretty much wants to sniff everybody. So that's really good for just perhaps being a leader. He is the only male cat, by the way, that won the vote. So we might either have to have some of the ladies go and find love elsewhere, or he might end up fathering kittens with more than one female here. So we'll have to see how that works out and if they would end up fighting about it. But then he also has his personality. So Lion's Son is adventurous, lazy, and independent. So he's pretty independent, but the adventurous part, I think, is what would have brought him up to see what's going on up here and to see what's happening on the vista. So I really like that. And then we have Dawn Step. So Dawn Step also wants to sniff everybody. Anybody who's here, she wants to sniff Honeywish and Mossleaf. So we'll take away Silverfang. She also wants to sniff. So we'll remember that. Dawn Step and Silverfish. Fern Creek. And be best friends with Otterslip Rogue. Interesting. Is she already friends? Oh my gosh. She has a mate. She has a mate in Branchpelt already, you guys. Could she be pregnant? Huh? Dawnstep, what's going on here? Leaving your mate behind? Oh my goodness, but she's also really good friends with Otterslip, whose mate is apparently Quail Eye. I didn't do that. The game made that happen on its own with the progression. So you guys, we've already got a little bit of drama going on. What's happening over here? So Dawnstep has decided to trot on over. I wonder if that means we would bring her mate Branchpelt or if we would leave him there. And that's actually really ironic because Branchpelt and Lion's Son have something to do with a prophecy that you guys are going to find out in the next episode. So, ooh, this is getting good already. Oh my gosh. All right. So that is our little Dawn Step here. So she's already got a mate and it's Branchpelt, but she really likes Otterslip too. And she's litter mates. Well, don't ignore the litter mates thing because that just means like they were created at the same time in cast. But we could say that she's got like common ancestry with Lion's Son, or like they're distantly connected somehow. So interesting. Your mate Branchpelt, Dawnstep. What are we going to do about that? That is very interesting. So she's hyper adventurous and clueless, which means she'll just sometimes forget what she's about to do. And she gets along well with absent-minded and easily impressed Sims, but we're not really going to worry about the Sims. So there's Dawnstep. You're already making things complicated, Dawnstep, being mates with Branchpelt. So that's interesting. And then we have Honeywish over here, who's shy, playful, and destructive. And Honeywish is actually one of the cats that a lot of you guys were suggesting could potentially be the money cat or the medicine cat. And I think that might happen. We also have a prophecy that we're going to be dealing with in the next episode that may have something else to do with the medicine cat. She wants to go eat the blowfish. That's the first thing Honeywish wants to do, which is really funny because Honeywish's personality, shy, playful, and destructive. I was actually going to say Honeywish has an addiction to honey. So we actually have the apiary. Where the heck is the apiary? It's somewhere over here. Our apiary was stolen. That must be what the repo man came and took. Well, we'll have to get a new apiary. But Honeywish has a little bit of an addiction to honey. So that makes her easily distracted because she'll always go off and try to eat the stores of honey that you might have in a medicine cat, like a medicine cat den. But she does know a little bit about medicine, and she could be encouraged to become a medicine cat if she really needed to be. But we're going to have to keep an eye on her. For the most part, she's just so distracted by honey and by like eating some of the best things. She's kind of a cat who's obsessed with like the yummiest things. And apparently she wants to go and try to eat the pufferfish, even though the pufferfish is needed by the medicine cats in case any cat got poisoned. So we're going to prevent her from doing that just for the second, because oh my gosh, that would cause a little bit of drama. And let's see, sniff Honeywish, sniff Dogaze, sniff Thistlefish. He is just a curious cat. We'll have him come over and let's have him sniff this kitty. And then she is off to go get something to drink. Let's see, sniff Briar Stalk, sniff Squirrel Leap. There we go. Oh, and there we go. Look at these two. Okay, and Mossleaf's just trotting on over. Let's see, sniff Quail Eye. Oh, they're really chit-chatting. Oh, Mossleaf, what do you think? There's cats here. Do you want to get along with them? Romantic? What the heck? Already she can do romantic gestures. Oh, what's this? Oh, she's coming over to nuzzle Honeywish. Oh, this is so cool. So I really want to try to like just step back and let the cats sort of interact with each other a little bit so we can figure out what's going to happen. Oh, Honeywish. Are we going to get along? Oh, Honeywish. Oh, gosh. You guys, look at this. Look at this. Honeywish is not feeling it. She's not feeling it. Okay, we're going to have to keep an eye on things because this just stepping back and letting them kind of take the controls. Oh, no. Is how we are going to figure out which cats are going to get along and which cats are not going to get along. So Lion Sun's about to be pounced by, where are you going? She's off to shred a newspaper. Honeywish, you are definitely something. Or excuse me, it was Dawn Step who was too shy. So Dawn Step didn't want to have anything. Nope. Actually, Dawn Step's getting a drink over here. Yeah, there we go. Honeywish didn't want to have anything to do with Mossleaf. So that's very interesting. We'll watch them until it gets dark. And then I know it was a lot of talking this time, but we kind of had to set things up. Oh, look at her. She's going straight in to interact. Look at her go. And Lion Sun's playing right back with her. Lion Sun, look at you go, buddy. All right, let's see. Crowfeather, sniff Mossleaf, sniff Bearglow. He's curious about everybody. So these guys are getting along and they're playing. There we go. There you go, Mossleaf. All right, and so now she wants to go off to nap, but we're gonna go ahead and let Lion Sun, who's off to eat her rodent. Everybody's gonna eat the stuff we left out if we don't watch after them, so we better be careful about that. All right, there we go. In fact, we might have to make it so the medicine cats can keep items in their inventory because otherwise they're going to eat everything, or we might have to have some sort of special chest we put down that we can put those items into because my gosh. All right, so we're going to go ahead and have him sniff Mossleaf because that's what he wants to do. All right, hang on, Mossleaf. She's trying to take a nap on us. All right, she's shredding a newspaper. She's getting a drink. That's what Dawn Step is doing. Dawn Step... Wow, I didn't know she already had a mate, so she's already making things a little complicated. All right, these guys are getting along. Playfully pounce Honeywish, explore under something, sniff Dawn Step. So we're getting into the moving and the grooving of this stuff, you guys. So we'll go ahead, friendly. Oh, she could even groom him. Oh my gosh. Maybe play, like we can play pounce to be able to get her hunting skill up, but I'm going to try to take my hands off the controls just until night falls. And we're just going to see what everybody's up to. So the cats are coming around to get something to drink. Mossleaf's running by. We still haven't covered the territory. But I think if they get along, then we will figure out... All right, what's going on over here? Oh, Honeywish is just coming in and helping herself to the food in the prey pile. That's okay. She's eating the snake that Mossleaf caught. I guess sharing your prey pile is a good way to kind of cement the bonds between everybody and figure out if we're going to make this a clan or not. All right. Lion Sun's getting a drink. Normally we wouldn't let the cats drink like that. And Dawn Step's just running around in hyper circles. Sniff Bearglow. Socialize with Mossleaf. All right, so we'll have her go ahead and be best friends with Otterslip Rogue. Interesting. We'll have her go ahead and sniff Honeywish, who is trying this area out. Come on, come down here, Honeywish. All right, and you come over here, my dear. And we'll have her sniff Honeywish, just to see how they get along. So Honeywish and Dawnstep, they seem like very gentle, smaller, petite cats. And Mossleaf is definitely like the biggest of the females so far. And I think she's definitely maybe the most inclined to kind of the wild. And I feel like Mossleaf is just ready to maybe even have a family. So there's another one of the questions we have to debate, you guys. Will Mossleaf be a medicine cat? It does turn out that their medicine cat code, which is totally separate from the warrior's code, says that medicine cats must consider the entire clan their kittens. And I don't know if we've got anybody just yet who I would say would consider the whole clan like their kittens or be of that nature. But I have some pretty cool ideas about what we could do with that in the future. So what's going on over here? Lion Son, did you really just jump off a giant mushroom? You are beautifully adventurous, sir. I like you. All right, let's see. Can we have him come over? He can't hunt just yet, so he doesn't have any hunting skill. But he is definitely a curious cat. Look at him. Look at him. He's just sitting on a giant mushroom. I like him. I like him a lot. So we'll have to see what you guys think. Honeywish. What kind of relationships does she have? She's actually super close to Lion Son, so I would say that Honeywish probably followed along to see what Lion Son was up to. And Honeywish is actually one of the cats that Lion Son has the best relationship with. And then we have Dawnstep here, leaving her mate Branch Pelt. So we'll have to figure out if she's going to stay here and be part of the clan, or if the prophecy I'm going to tell you guys about next time is going to maybe tear them apart, because we already have Honeywish or Dawnstep. They look so similar. I need to make sure I get them right. So Dawnstep already has a little bit of trouble attached to her because of her mate, and I wonder why she left her mate. So we'll have to figure out what to do about that. And meanwhile, Lion Son is just being adorable and awesome and wandering around and looking around. He really wants to be up on top of these mushrooms to see what's going on over here. So we'll have to teach them how to hunt. And I think tomorrow we might have another meeting of this little group, and I might introduce you guys to the prophecy. And then we'll have to figure out where to go from there, you guys. So here's the first day. Mossleaf's just kind of tired. She's ready to sleep. She's sharing from her prey pile. And she has built up her little medicine cat like little den grotto over there that will be building up quite a bit. And yeah, there's a lot I haven't told you guys about yet. We still have pages and pages of awesome notes and ideas given by you guys. I have actually written down every single collectible item in Sims 3 that I'm going to start like dividing up into what it can do and what kind of diseases the cats can get. But we've already got some drama going on. So just one last time, Mossleaf, the only male who has come to see what's going on up here, is Lion Son. He has a strong relationship with Honeywish. Honeywish might be a medicine cat. She kind of has a little bit of the inclination to perhaps be a medicine cat, but she's usually she's a little bit too nervous around other cats. She doesn't have a lot of a forceful personality. She more was following Lion Son because she's a bit more of a follower than the leader, or somebody who can make her like really stern decisions, and she has an addiction to honey. So there's those, but maybe she could take that shy personality and turn it into being an amazing medicine cat. So there's that to consider. And then we have Dawnstep over here, who is a really pretty, lovely, interesting little cat of her own. But she definitely has some interesting things going on. Maybe she just doesn't like to pick a single mate. So she followed Lion Son because he looks pretty awesome. But she's mates with Branch Pelt. And she wants to apparently be much better friends with Otterslip. And whether or not she wanted to pick him as a new mate, or if she just wants to be friends with tons of cats, we'll have to see. And we'll have to see if Branch Pelt, because of the way the voting fell out and the way that one of you guys suggested a really awesome prophecy, we'll have to see if she's maybe a spy for Branch Pelt. So there's a lot that's going to go down, you guys, and I think you are all going to enjoy it. So that is it for now. As usual, if we can reach our little community goal, then you will have an episode tomorrow. tomorrow. If not, don't panic. It'll be back the day after tomorrow. And if you guys somehow manage to get like up to over 1,000, then you guys know that that means you'll get 2 episodes tomorrow. So that's very exciting. So yeah, I hope you guys are excited. I am blown away by the support and the response. I know this was another slow episode, but don't worry, because once we get going, it is going to be pretty intense, you guys. There's going to be lots of prophecies, there's going to be missions, there's going to be challenges, there's going to be multiple cats, there's going to be kits, there's going to be other clans. It's going to get pretty amazing. And I have so much more to share with you guys from our giant list of ideas and things that are going to be happening, all of which I will be writing up to help you with in the future. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.